IHeartEveryone here with more Nameless, and we are skipping for all the things we have already done, and now we are going to, I'm honestly not sure. We're trying to get Lance. Alright, so I think Vera's carrot cake is probably Yanho, because if I remember correctly, that's who we said would like carrot cake, and we already did a secret garden, so I guess there's candied lemon tea for Lance. If it gets dark, there should be more people here. I look around the street. This must be the time when all the kids come out to the main street after finishing their club activities. Be careful, I have to go this way. I waved to Zoe and Shimby. Zoe didn't even say bye and leaned against Shimby's shoulder, half asleep. Good night, Zoe. Now let's go home. Hope the boys like what I bought from the cafe. Now let's see, can I skip? Yes, I can. Oh wait, what was that? What was that one? It's fine. If I skipped it, it's not new, so just trust the game. Oh. Come to think of it, I brought candied lemon tea. I bought it because lemon reminded me of Lance for some reason. Is Lance in his room? I knocked on Lance's door. Lance, are you in there? Can I go in? I was about to turn around since there was no answer when the door suddenly opened. He was standing there holding onto the doorknob. Oh, you were in there. Oh, whatever. Can I go in for a sec? Where's Red? Yanho and Red must get along pretty well. Behind Lance, I can see Grandpa's room. I haven't been in this room in a long time. I miss Grandpa more now that I see the room. Then I'll go in just for a moment. Oh, look at the cute superhero stuff. A very nice dresser. I stepped into Grandpa's room. As soon as I entered, I saw a plastic model standing in the corner of a room. I smirked after seeing that. It must be Red's. Last time I saw Grandpa's room, it was empty, but now it looked like a place someone actually lives in. I was deep into my own thoughts when Lance asked, "Oh, sorry. Do you mind if that I'm here?" Lance might not like this, saying it's an invasion of my privacy. I look around, but didn't find many things that seemed to belong to him. I think a couple textbooks and notebooks are all. I guess there isn't any privacy to invade. Does Lance have nothing he likes? I see traces of Red all around the room, but not much of Lance. Oh right, I came to give you this. I handed him the drink. It's lemon tea. I brought it from the cafe Tay works at. I tried it today, and it was really good. Is it bad? Do you not like lemon tea? Just because. It reminded me of you, so I bought it. Do you not like lemon tea? If you don't like it, you don't have to. Like he said, I had no idea if he liked it or he didn't like it. What does he want me to do? Do you have any other drinks you like? I asked so I could at least make note of it from now on. What? Really? Lance nodded. A sweet drink or something sour? Do you not know because it hasn't been long since you turned human? Come to think of it, Lance seems to be indifferent to his own likes and dislikes. Really? Well, then drink this and think about it, whether you like it or not. That's because you drink without thinking. If you try to think about the different taste while drinking, they might be different. Is it because he was a doll that he's duller than normal people? Even after listening to what I said, Lance stood still while holding the drink. Lance reluctantly sipped the drink. How is it? Do you think it's good? Lance's expression subtly changed. Is it good? Lance didn't say anything. Does he like it? That's what's so good about that drink. Lance didn't say anything after noting its tart. He must not have liked it. Well, if you didn't like it, then oh well, I'll be off then. What? Lance almost whispered. Seemed to be a bit shy and looked cute. It's called candied lemon tea. I left the room after telling him the name. Cute. We will teach him how to like things. Cat named John. Oh, Johnny boy. Oh, yes. Suggest joining the student government. We actually did see this scene before, so I can skip that. Yunho is lost. Alright, we will follow the cat. Oh yeah, I can skip that too. And I will catch my breath for a while. And we did this scene as I was fumbling around trying to get past the first game over. Dating Lance. Dating Lance. Oh yeah, here we go. Huh? You're out? See a familiar silver head. Lance spoke while looking at me. I know, I just couldn't sleep. A lot of things happened today. Whew. I remembered what Lance said to Yanho earlier. He told him to leave the abandoned cat there. I didn't say anything, but that bothered me a bit. I'm worried whether the cat will be okay. Alright, since I see a lot of stars tonight, I should wish for the cat's happiness. The cat will be the happiest boy with Hoban. It points at the stars at the sky and exaggerate. What? It's all good as long as I'm not embarrassed. What? I end up exaggerating because Lance points out my every move. I said I'm not embarrassed, but I'm slowly feeling ashamed. I hope the cat's happy. Hope you meet a new owner who lives a long life and doesn't die right away like your other owner. Lance was staring at me. Felt better after shouting. I already forgave Yanho for disappearing without a word. He's safe, and that's all that matters. Will Yanho come and wake me up tomorrow morning? I remember Yanho eating dinner, feeling sorry and sullen. I should be energetic and cheer him up tomorrow. How's the academy for you? As I switched subjects, Lance looked at me. Oh, yes. Lance brought it up first. Yeah. Really? I was already wondering what he thought since he didn't seem so keen earlier. So I was glad he brought it up first. And I was so glad that Lance took an interest in something by himself. You'll be good at anything. What? He closed his eyes as if he was drowned in his own thoughts. I've changed? That's right. He's also the very first doll that we've had, so he's known us longer than anyone else. So that's interesting. What was I like before? He must be talking about when he was still a doll. Come to think of it, you're the oldest doll. He's the oldest doll among all the ball-jointed dolls I have. At the same time, he's the only doll I bought before Grandpa died. You must remember Grandpa, unlike all the other dolls. It was fun when he was still here. I felt people in the house like I do now. But ever since he died, I couldn't feel it. That's probably why I started talking to you, and then I brought more dolls into the house. I bought the dolls and started talking to them because I hated being alone in the empty house. After that, I greeted them and spent my days dressing them up. That was my life until about a fortnight ago. Now, I shudder at the thought of going back to my old life, To be honest, when Yanho disappeared today, I was so scared. I thought he turned back into a doll. I didn't know before, but that scared me so much. I shuddered at just imagining it. Isn't it weird? Just a couple weeks ago, you were all dolls. I've gotten so used to everything the past couple of days. I lowered my gaze. You guys turning back into dolls. I don't like it now. I hate it. One day, it might happen. Will you have to turn back into dolls one day? I raise my head and look at Lance. It's interesting that the problem that happened in Yuri's epilogue is not like that he turned into a doll, but I just vanished without a trace. I raised my head and looked at Lance. I feel nervous. I'm afraid I'll go through the same feelings I had when Grandpa died. When my family disappears, I'll be left in the empty house by myself again. The house will be quiet again. Yanho won't come to wake me up, and Tay won't cook breakfast for me. Lance won't get mad, Yuri won't make jokes, Red won't be running around like crazy. Even when I go to Banjul, I won't bring things back for someone the food reminded me of. Huh? Felt something warm on my cheeks. Ooh, it was Lance's hand. I was surprised at the unexpected touch. Lance touched me for the first time. I nodded with my eyes wide open. Lance's hand was warm, unlike his usual cold attitude. I instantly knew he meant Grandpa. Yes. Yes, I miss him. I always brought him sweets, even while worrying about his health. I can't do that now, but now I can do it for you and all the other boys. Bringing something back home for someone. It's the first time I did that since Grandpa died. So I was happy when I was saying, I'll take it to go. Lance looked at me without saying anything. Then his hand on my cheek started to move a bit. It's interesting that he says when and not if. Lance added, still expressionless. Is Lance feeling anxious too? Dolls may be the ones most scared to turn back to the way they were. My cheeks where Lance's hand was tickled. What? I suddenly became strongly aware of Lance's hand on my cheeks. My face suddenly turned bright red. It's embarrassing. Oh, I shook Lance's hand off without knowing. Lance stared at me. Lance just touched me. His touch still lingered on my cheeks. Is it really nothing? Let's go in. It's cold. I stood up awkwardly and headed towards the front door. Believe. Yes, we've seen this scene. Oh yeah, and the limo. I took out my smartphone and texted him. Oh yes, my phone. Ooh. Good luck, Lance. You look good as a discipline guide. Y'all sweet. I'm too impatient for the game to bring the text up for me. As soon as I sent the text, I saw Lance take out his smartphone from his pocket. But as expected, he didn't reply and just put the phone back into his pocket. And he went straight back to fulfilling his duties as if nothing happened. It's so Lance. I took a glimpse at him for the last time and went through the gate amidst the girls. Sure is. Stop it. There are so many people today.
아침마다 멋진 남자들과 함께 리무진에서 내리는 등굣길이라니 그런 행운이 또 어디 있겠어? 게다가 교문에는 아이스프레스가 서 있고 말이야. 정말 눈호가 간다니까.
A week before, when I first came to school in the limo, Zoe clung on to me and started interrogating me about everything. So I had to come up with whatever excuse I can, like I did when we transferred to a school. Told her that Mr. Yuri was giving me a ride as a thank you for being a guide for the Hot Five. I added that I couldn't refuse and that I only found about the limo on the day I started taking it. I would never be able to tell her the honest details, but I had no choice to tell her that I was taking the limo. Well, no, even if I didn't tell her, she would have soon found out anyways, since there's such a big fuss.
피곤해 보인다.
Zoe was sipping her strawberry milk with a straw. Yeah, a bit. It's natural that I feel tired about going through that enormous crowd. I wasn't physically in a battle, but I just feel so exhausted.
피곤하다고? 왜? 아침부터 핫파이브로 눈호강하고 왔잖아.
I told you, even you'd be tired after seeing a bunch of scary girls run at you in the morning, thinking of talking to Mr. Yuri about me just taking the bus.
그럼 너 대신 내가 타고 오면 안 돼?
집이 반대 방향이잖아.
상관없어. 일찍 가서 기다리면 되지. 저 드림카를 타기 위해서라면 그깟 시간과 돈이 아깝겠니?
I think Zoe thinks of our house as a limousine stop. I left her to chat. Oh, whoops. I left her to chatter on and took out my smartphone. I didn't get any texts. I guess everyone's busy to make their way into the building since no one has contacted me yet. Yuri ended up getting smartphones for everyone. Thanks to that, we can contact each other without any trouble. As expected, Yanho's the one who texts me the most. Tae, Yuri, and Red only contact me when they have something to say. On the other hand, Lance doesn't text me at all.
야, 너 스마트폰 줘봐. 샀는데 고작 하는 거라고는 문자 보내고 전화 받는 것밖에 없는 것 같은데. 앱 같은 것도 설치해보란 말이야.
Apps? I did often see ads for different apps on TV and on magazines, but it's too much of a bother to search and install, so I've never tried using one. When Zoe was just about to take my phone, the bell rang.
종 쳤네? 나중에 설치해줄게.
오늘 수업은 여기까지다. 중간고사가 코앞이니 예습 복습 충실히 해라.
Yeah, midterms are my favorite. Finally, math class is over. It was so difficult trying to stop myself from dozing off. Should I take a quick nap? Oh, right. Search for my smartphone to check for text and the time. No text so far.
수학이란 건 아마 인류가 발명한 것 중 제일 복잡한 학문일 거야.
I agree. I'm definitely sure that the black things are letters and the white is the paper. What the hell am I supposed to do with these alien letters and numbers? I fidgeted with my smartphone and answered. I only know the basic functions of my phone, but I unconsciously hold on to my phone.
그렇지? 나만 그런 거 아니지? 역시 넌 내 친구야. 이번 시험에서도 네가 있어서 외롭지 않겠는걸?
No thanks, I don't want to end up last in class with you.
에이, 친구는 지옥까지도 함께 가는 거야.
Her single word has given me tickets to hell and being the last in school. Who is right in front of me?
그렇게 간단히 절교 선언을 하다니. 역시 내 편은 신비밖에 없어. 도와줘.
So he teared up and ran towards Shinbi. Shinbi let out a sigh and stood up from her seat. Huh? Seeing her come towards this way, I put my smartphone on the desk.
저기 말이야.
Yeah? Couldn't help get nervous and tremble a bit when she called me. It was so intimidating the way she looked down at me since I was sitting down and she was tall. I don't know if it's okay to say this about a girl, but she's so handsome. A group of girls were looking this way with revering eyes.
잘한다. 잘한다. 가라, 신비. 신비가 폭포 술을 마시며 수련했던 너의 내공을 보여줘.
Waterfall? Somebody must be reading fantasy novels these days.
병아리
Chick?
울고 있어.
Oh. What? What does she mean, chick? Yanho! Yanho! Zoe pointed somewhere with her finger. I could see Yanho hugging onto his math book, looking as if tears were about to fall from his big eyes. No! He knows how to bring out the mother instincts from a girl's. Surrounding him were a bunch of kids. Actually, girls hiding their dark desires. For some reason, there seemed to be more girls around him today. Couldn't just stay still while he was crying, so I went towards him.
연호야, 니 와 그러노? 와 오노?
Step away from the child!
설마 누가 때렸어? 무슨 일인지는 모르겠지만 울려면 누나의 가슴팍에서. 그래, 무슨 일인데 그래? 다 들어줄 테니까 나한테 말해볼래? 아니면 우리 집 가서 얘기할까? 엄마, 이 가스나가 방금 뭐라 했노? 우리 집? 우리 집 좋아하고 자빠졌네. 내가 뭐?
Everyone get away from my boy.
참나. 야, 너네 다 저리 비켜. 애가 겁먹잖아. 왜 괜히 분위기 험악하게 만들고 그러냐?
여로야, 걱정하지 마.
Oh,
이미 알아서 다 해결해 줄게.
그래. 아이 상대장부가 울면 안 되지. 물론
Oh, man.
표만 보면 저기 마녀들보다 훨씬 예쁘다. 어? 야! 이 사전 이거 누가 던졌어?
변태에게 내리는 천벌이다. 미롱.
I
아유,
gotta grab Yanho and get him out of here. It's too dangerous for him. Can't understand what the hell everyone's saying. They are speaking in human language, but I can't follow their conversation at all. All I could hear were words pervert and house. For some reason, I'm more worried about this situation than Yanho crying. So I was just about to get through the crowd of those weird kids and approach Yanho. Suddenly, a familiar figure swooshed by me.
울어? 어? 세상에, 이 놈은
We are going to overwhelm him.
노란 병아리를 슬프게 한 거야. 자, 말해봐. 내가 다 해쳐줄게. 감히 이 소희의 물건에 손을
Oh my
대다니.
god.
배짱 한번 좋군. 누군진 몰라도 좋아. 다 덤벼.
Zoe really is an amazing person in several ways. Her eyes were glaring like those of a world champion. Everyone slowly started to back away and got further away from Zoe and Yanho. That's good. I went through the path, so we parted and went beside Yanho. Yanho, why are you crying? Oh, no, baby. Yanho held out the thing he was hugging onto. Huh? The math textbook? Yanho nodded. Zoe looked confused. On the outside, it just looked like a normal textbook. I opened the book to find anything out of the ordinary. There was nothing strange. No, actually, there was nothing. It was clean. There wasn't a single thing written in the book. Huh?
왜 그래?
Flipped through the pages again. Even considering the fact that it hasn't been that long since the boys came to school, this was basically a new book. He didn't write any notes.
저 머리가 나빴던 거예요.
Oh, baby.
무슨 소리인지 모르겠어요. 선생님이 말씀하시는 거 하나도.
Oh, sweetie. Oh, Yanho must have a hard time understanding math. I remember the time when I saw Lance and Tay do everything perfectly after they turned human and felt embarrassed of myself. So I used to think to myself, I am a useless person who can't even do what dolls can do. But I guess not all dolls are smart. Felt sympathetic to Yanho, talking about how difficult math is for him. I even feel like we might be able to get closer with this similarity. Yep, I wasn't wrong about math being mankind's enemy. It was at that moment.
수학책이 잘못했네.
So he snatched away Yano's textbook and was violently trying to tear it up. It's not gonna help. Hey, wait, what are you doing? So he growled like a hunting dog and attacked the math book. She was going to shred it to pieces any moment now.
씹어 먹으려고. 결국 이게 연어로 울렸다는 거잖아.
It could also help, though. I wish I had a buzzer to tell her she's wrong. How could she be so wrong? It's ridiculous. Don't take it out on the textbook. It's not the book, it's math itself. We have to take it to the source. I raised my hand to stop what Zoe was doing.
책이 불쌍해.
Zoe suddenly stopped her actions at what Yanho quietly yelled out. And everyone was completely silent for a moment. After the 3 seconds it took for Zoe to switch her personality, she calmly put down the textbook on the desk.
아무튼 그러니까 우리 노란 병아리는 지금 이 수학이 어렵다는 거지?
제 머리가 나빠서
No,
그런 건가요?
baby, don't say that. Yanho, don't say that. That's so not it. Math is really hard for me too.
그래. 수학 따위 몰라도 얼마든지 잘 먹고 잘 살 수 있어. 난 벌써 뺄셈도 아직도 헷갈리는데?
Zoe completely degraded herself and made a sweet smile. Anyways, Yanho, it's fine. Math is supposed to be hard. You don't have to worry so much. Just wanna hug him. Okay. Even Lance, who's super smart, won't know everything, but class today was especially hard.
정말요? 란스에게도 어려운 건가요?
Lance is just cruising through all the homework, just like 2 classes above everyone else. It's hard for everyone, so cheer up. Yanho's expression grew brighter. Whew, thank God. Yanho finally stopped crying.
세상에.
Yup.
벌써 교과서 끝까지 다 풀어놨잖아.
Oh man. Ugh! With a spectacular timing. I broke out in a cold sweat at what the kids were saying behind me.
진짜네. 야 란스, 너 대체 못하는 게 뭐냐?
란스, 너무 멋지다. 이거 풀이 좀 봐. 어떻게 이렇게 깔끔하게 계산을 하지?
그러고 보니 아까 선생님이 란스에게 질문했을 때도 망설임 없이 대답했잖아. 완전 멋있었어.
So cool.
너 외국에서 왔다고 했지? 혹시 외국에서도 영재원 같은 거 다닌 거 아니야?
I glimpsed and saw what he had written down. Oh, that he had written down the solutions and answered every words. The exact opposite from Yanho's textbook. Hearing everyone exclaim, Lance replied in his usual expressionless face.
이런 걸로 대단하다는 말을 들을 이유는 없습니다. 수학은 정해진 공식을 대입하면 간단한 학문이니까요.
Don't make Yanho cry again, Lance! You must now know how superior he is, and said indifferently. There will be students who feel despaired after hearing that. I'm worried. Especially the boy with yellow hair who's trembling right beside me. Lance stood up from his seat, and he blew his final punch.
그러니까 이 쉬운 걸 못 푼다면
Oh no.
머리가 나쁜 게
No! Lance! Oh no! Lance left the classroom leaving those final words. Oh. Everyone turned ghostly pale after hearing what he said. Guys, you all know Lance didn't mean that, right? Such a joker. I was the only one breaking out in cold sweat in this frozen atmosphere. This is all Lance's fault. He should at least give us a warning before dropping a bomb. Everyone stayed silent for a while. I was about to have the illusion that I'm seeing penguins in this icy atmosphere when...
완전 크다.
What?
우와, 아까 그 벌레 보는 듯한 표정 봤어? 역시 아이스 프린스라는 별명이 아깝지가 않아.
I love being treated like human garbage. What?
맞아. 나도 한 번만 그 눈빛으로 째려봐줬으면 좋겠다.
Oh, you girls. I think everyone's got mad at Lance's attack. If not, there is no reason that they'd be infatuated with Lance looking at them that way. I'm wrong in thinking that everyone's getting better at distorting reality, right?
그렇군요.
I heard Yanho's teary voice by my side. Ugh.
역시
No, Yanho.
거였어요.
It's not true! It was Yanho and not the girls who were devastated by Lance's punch. Well, yeah, Yanho is the only one I care about. I forgot that Yanho is still innocent, unlike them. How do I take care of this?
그건 아니라고 생각해.
Shinbi suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
고대로부터 전해지는 명언이 있어.
고대 명언?
그래.
What does she mean? What did she mean saying? What is it?
행복은 성적순이 아니잖아요.
Thought for a while on whether that was a great saying. A couple girls blushed and agreed with Shinbi.
진짜 좋은 말이다. 누군지 몰라도 말 한 번 잘 남겼네.
Yanho's teary eyes slowly cleared up.
성적순이 아니다.
수학을 잘한다고 해서 행복하란 법은 없어. 행복은 다른 걸로도 얼마든지 느낄 수 있지. 수학은 나한테도 미지의 세계야. 아니, 블랙홀에 가까워.
맞아. 신비는 진짜로 수학 못해.
I barely stopped myself from telling Soy that you didn't need to add that last part. Anyways, Yanho, there must be some other subjects that you're good at, and you can always study for math.
그래, 연호야. 우리가 수학 공부 도와줄게.
난 수학은 자신 없지만 영어라면 가르쳐 줄 수 있어.
저도 공부하면 잘할 수 있을까요?
Of course. To be honest, considering my own experiences, there are some things you just can't do after studying. But I had to make a white lie so that Yanho can cheer up.
그럼 저 공부할게요. 도와주실 거죠?
Yanho quickly cheered up and looked at everyone with sparkling eyes.
내가 가르칠 거야, 내가 제일 먼저 손들었다고. 연호야, 나 믿지?
Oh my goodness, girl 4, you gotta chill.
무슨 소리? 이 형님을 믿어라, 연호야.
Wait! An enormous barricade formed around Yanho just like before. Naturally, I was pushed to the back by the huge wave. I worried to myself on how I'd be able to help him with his studies. But seeing the situation, I don't really think I need to step up and help him. I can only pray that there is someone over there who will only help him with his studies. I felt like I'd soon get pushed around if I stay around those aggressive kids any longer, so I backed away a bit. I felt like there was more distance between us other than the wall in front of my eyes. He always used to be by my side. But I can't hog him to myself. I should respect his privacy. Yanho used to always be by my side. He was so cute and adorable the way he followed me like he was a chick following a hen. But it's true that on one side, that worried me a bit. But now so many people at school like him, and Yanho gets along really well with them. So it's better for Yanho for me to be pushed away sometimes like now. I waved towards Yanho, who was still looking at me from afar. Alright, now that that scene is finally done, I'll end the episode off there, and we will continue in the next episode. So I hope to see you then. Bye!